Hello and welcome back everybody to Join Dota League Season number 3, the European Division 1 Team Coast Gaming versus Goomba Gaming. It's gonna be game 2 in this 2-game series, and man, game 1, it was just all sorts of action. 69 minutes in, we finally got a conclusion where Team Coast managed to edge out victory, just barely though. But this is game number 2, my name is Coucher, and once again I'm joined by Mike Lores.
I think that last game just goes to show that you probably have to respect Faceless Void as a top ban. Like, he is often seen in that ban slot, but this game he's once again gonna slip through, so gotta watch out for that hero, because if they didn't have the Chronosphere, the Serpent Wards, the Exorcism, and the Death Ward, they all wouldn't have gotten as much value as they did.
Yeah, it's definitely so, and I just love the fact that Team Coast, not only did they just purely pick up the Faceless Void because it's popular or anything, they just literally built their lineup around the Faceless Void, but even without the Chronospheres, they still had the potential to just push with Exorcism, Mass Serpent Wards and whatnot. So just, the draft was overall extremely solid, and although it was a little bit rocky for them at some point, they just kept it together and came back. But Goomba Gaming now, I bet they're like, oh crap, we don't really want to pick up the Faceless Void, but we really don't want to give it away to Coast either.
Well, I mean, Doom slipped through as Tinker, Death Prophet, two heroes that you often, or you sometimes see first ban. You often do see them in the first or second pick phase, so they're going to be kicked out a little bit early. That means Doom, Skywrath, the Faceless Void, Shadow Shaman, Viper is still in the pool, so there's still lots of powerful heroes. Goomba Gaming take a Doom, so they obviously don't show their hand just yet. Really, the beauty of the really powerful heroes in the game right now is that they're all extremely flexible.
Yeah, I mean, just the more flexible your lineup, the better. Especially if you pick such heroes up at the start of the draft, you really don't give too much away to your enemy, so enemy can't like direct any bans or block pick or whatnot. But Team Coast, they're actually having kind of a hard time themselves as well in the reserve time already. In the first game, we saw the first bans and picks happening just with lightning speed pretty much, but now they're just taking a step back at the moment because it is so hard. There are so many strong heroes in the pool, and you can only go for 2 at the moment if you're Team Coast.
Yeah, so I think with this Doom pickup, Faceless Void, Skywrath Mage, Shadow Shaman, they become a little bit less desirable as first picks. Viper does become a little bit better, typically a hero that, although will get severely hurt by a Doom, doesn't mind it too much in the grand scheme of things. Like, there are heroes that get a lot more crippled by the Doom, the ultimate skill Doom, than there are heroes that get hit by that more so than others. But regardless, it's going to be Shadow Shaman and the Razor with Faceless Void still in the pool.
I mean, Razor is decent against Doombringer because if you get doomed after having activated the Eye of Storm, maybe, just maybe when getting a static link off, it's probably just going to be enough. But Goomba, they don't go for the Faceless Void themselves either, picking up an Earthshaker, and I would be just extremely surprised now if the Faceless Void didn't get banned in the second phase.
Gentleman's agreement. Let's not pick or ban Faceless Void because he's too broken. I don't think so, but Goomba Game with the Earthshaker, it's going to be a little bit awkward because right now they do have 2 melee heroes. When you have one too many melee heroes, then heroes like Razor become a lot better, Serpent Wards get a lot better, but they just have to prioritize some more range, as they do, in fact, kick out the Faceless Void in the third ban.
Yeah, it's not really surprising at all. I mean, Skywrath Mage may or may not be banned out, especially from Coast Gaming. Earthshaker and Skywrath is a pretty popular combination for a lot of teams out there at the moment. And just Skywrath Mage overall, such a strong hero, you can't really go too wrong with that.
Yeah, and he doesn't need that much setup from either side, any additional setup rather. With Shadow Shaman Skywrath Mage or Earthshaker Skywrath Mage, they will have more than enough to land up some pretty solid damage. Then later on, Mystic Flare is, of course, always a possibility. So I think this game, probably Witch Doctor, not going to get as much consideration, seeing as though there's no Chronosphere on the board. So as far as that is concerned, I expect one of these teams to ban out the Skywrath or pick them if Team Coast does manage to get their hands on that. It'll be a pretty nice tool to have against the Earthshaker. But yeah, then we'll be forced to see some pretty weird supports.
I mean, always nice to see something different at least. I mean, last game we saw a Rubik. I mean, it used to be just extremely popular, like, just totally up there as far as support heroes went, but has definitely fallen off. It is still a strong hero. I mean, Team Coast, I could actually see them picking up a Rubik. Although Skywrath Mage actually wasn't banned either, so yeah, Skywrath is the pick for them. if the Skyriff had been banned, maybe the Rubik would have been a wise or just decent enough choice. I mean, stealing Fisher is always going to be good, just casting the Fisher without the delay, and stealing Doom as well, but Skyriff it is.
Yeah, Pos played the Rubik last game, and I don't know if he wants to go for that one this particular game. Stealing Serpent Wards is great, but Skywrath Mage, stealing from him isn't that great. Stealing from Razor can sometimes be relevant if you get a Plasma Field at the right time, but I don't really know if this is a Rubik game for Goomba.
Oh man, I actually thought about that. I was like, if a Skyriff Mage is going to be picked up by either side, might we see a Pugna? For Team Coast it might have been a little bit better since they already have push from the Shadow Shaman on top of it, but this Pugna, is it just going to be a support one, or are we going to see carry Pugna? Or not carry, but just core role Pugna?
Oh, it better be core Pugna. I absolutely detest support Pugna with like every fiber of my being. It just hates it. But Pugna against Skywrath Mage, obviously, if you've played a pub ever, then you know how well of a counter Pugna is versus a Skywrath Mage. If you cast a Mystic Flare, I mean, that how much mana is that level 1? 350, which is 1.75. That's about all of your HP as Skywrath Mage, and you want to be casting stuff before and after that. So that is pretty much an insta-kill, or at least an insta-deny. It makes the Nether Ward from Pugna the most important thing to focus down if you're Coast Gaming. Like, it doesn't matter if Earthshaker has 100 HP. You need to kill off that Nether Ward if you're going to actually take the fight. So now Goomba, I think they're going to be looking to get a little bit more sustain. They'll probably just gear up for a nice Death Ball, and Team Coast, making a very nice response to that in Nature's Prophet, will try to split push out that Death Ball and try to delay it for as much as possible.
I mean, first of all, Team Coast, they get some push of their own, and like you said, they can delay it out, and not only that, Goomba Gaming, they are unable to pick up the Nature's Prophet now. Most likely the Doom will be the offlane, but Nature's Prophet still could have been played as a mid lane role as well if they really wanted to go for it. But overall, Nature's Prophet, I just like that he, with his treants, can possibly either just scout out the positioning of the Nether Ward or potentially even have the treants kill it, so just having anything at all to kill the Nether Ward before you actually go into a fight properly, it's always a bonus.
Alright, so what heroes do you think Goomba Game are going to be picking up if they do want to go for this super aggressive push strat with Pugna? I mean, they will be facing up against Shadow Shaman wards, and it's hard to push against those as well as defend against them. So,
well, I guess
do you think more units? Or?
Venomancer might not be too bad, just having the Plague Wars to deal with the Mass Serpent Wars a bit. Or,
yeah, I could definitely see Venomancer being picked up.
I mean, either Veno or Jakiro if they just are trying to aim at the support. If they really want to, I guess an Enigma would be a possibility as well. But I would actually favor either the Veno or Jakiro rather.
I actually really like Jakiro in this scenario. Having lots of AoE magic damage that you don't really care about who it hits that much is going to be certainly very nice against the soft heroes and the Skywrath Mage and Shadow Shaman. Also, if you end up getting pushed by Nature's Prophet, then the AoE that Jakiro does offer and the Liquid Fire is going to be a really nice help for them. Though they could possibly wait for the last pick. I feel like Team Coast, if they... Oh, okay, wow. Never mind. Maiden, wow.
That's a hero that just pretty much got resurrected from the dead, I have to say. That hero hasn't been picked up.
I didn't know she was still in this game.
I just love that she's picked up though. I missed that hero so much. But
Alright, so yeah, in case anyone didn't know, the reason why Crystal Maiden fell out of favor was because she got slightly nerfed, and I believe her either int growth or base int, one way or another, she's less smart than she was. And I think she's got a couple of her other numbers tweaked, so she's completely fallen out, but here she is. We do get to see the Crystal Maiden.
I mean, the mana regeneration is always going to be nice, especially for the Pugna. And even the Doombringer, actually, his mana pool early on is just goddamn horrible, so he can at least guaranteed spam out his Devour and still have enough mana for the Scourge Earth, for example. And it's decent enough as far as counter push goes as well, just having the Frost Nova, I think it's called even. The Crystal Nova, man, so close, so close.
Yeah, we'll just call it Frost Nova. We'll go Dota 1 in this game. It'll be really sweet. But yeah, Crystal Maiden, I don't really think she fits into this Death Ball strategy that they have, though the aura, as you said, is going to be really nice for the Pugna. I feel like if you really just wanted mana for the Pugna, you would just pick up a Keeper of the Light, and then you would have more mana than you would ever want. But they need another tanky hero on the front line. They need someone to be doing damage, because unless they're going to go for like a core Jakiro or something like that, and I don't know if they should be doing that, then they're just going to fall off really hard if they don't get anything going within the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, and usually if you want to go for like death pole or just massive push or early to mid game lineup, I don't think the Doombringer is the best hero to actually start the draft with then. Because Doombringer, yes, once you get level 6, your ultimate will be there for you, but you just need a little bit extra on the Doombringer, to be honest. So if Goomba, if they really want to just completely dominate this game early mid game and overwhelm Coast, they're gonna have to just come out all guns blazing, 5-man smoke, getting first blood before the creeps even spawn, and just completely go berserk. And well, berserk, the troll warlord comes up for Goomba. What a draft, man.
I don't really know how much I like this troll warlord. It's a nice hero and everything. Like having the mischance on the razor certainly is going to be very nice, but he doesn't synergize at all with the Pugna. Like they kind of do both want to be doing pushing, but they push in such different ways. Like troll warlord wants to get that ultimate off and then just go to town on that tower, and Doom is going to be okay with that. Pugna, though, is more of a slower but steadier pusher with his blast. He's not reliant on the right clicks. So it's a little bit of an awkward hero, but I think he should have a decent laning phase. So Goomba Gaming, they've got themselves a very unique type of death ball. So we'll see if they could actually make these pushes happen.
Yeah, actually, Goomba Gaming, they were one of the first heroes first teams to start running a Troll Warlord. I think they already used it maybe at the end of Season 1 JDL, definitely at the start of JDL Season 2. Just completely took enemy teams by surprise because, for example, like Troll mid lane versus Invoker, the Troll just completely crushed that matchup, even against like one of the best players in the world or the best teams. So might happen again, but I completely agree with you that there's really no synergy between just the Troll extra attack speed. But it will help out against the Ember Spirit, who is really weak against physical damage.
Alright, so let's see how these lanes are going to shape up. Goomba are sending Chill on the Doombringer right down towards the bottom lane. RMN is going to be handling the mid Troll Warlord, expecting the Ember Spirit matchup, I think. Pos is going to be up on top as the support Earthshaker, supporting along with the Crystal Maiden played by Edie. And that leaves Cube on the carry Pugna.
Man, carry Pugna, aggressive tri lane, good stuff happening. But for Coast Gaming, Ape Mother will be playing the Razor in the safe lane, having Frigolith support him on the Shadow Shaman. Steph Style is on the Skyroth Mage actually, hanging around mid lane at the moment. E-Skills up on the Ember Spirit, leaving Solan to play the offlane Nature's Prophet. And this aggressive tri lane, or just tri lane versus tri lane clash overall, if the Skyroth Mage is gonna come back, who actually has the better of it?
Pugna is actually not that great in a tri-lane. Like, you might get some value out of your Nether Blast, but he really just wants it to have as passive a time as possible. Earthshaker Crystal Maiden is a good amount of magic damage, and once they get level 2, Arcane Aura will let Goomba fight a lot more often than Coast, but if Coast get an opening, then they're just going to run over Goomba on this top lane, assuming the Skyroth Mage is going to rotate, which, as of right now, not sure if that's going to happen, but Coast should have a much better tri-lane up on top. And the bottom lane, Nature's Prophet versus Doom, that should be slightly favored towards Coast as well. Mid lane, it's going to be rather even, I would say. But overall, Coast, I would say, have a lane advantage.
Yeah, and actually at the moment, Steph Style already found the double damage rune as well. So if he just comes in with the concussion shot, can already put some hurt onto RMN. And the E-Skill is coming in as well. He has the Searing Chains. He's going to use it. Yes, he is. Now, concussion shot. Yeah, they shouldn't slow. Actually, they might get the first blood with the double damage. A few more right clicks. That's all they need. The Tango, is it going to be enough? Nope, Steph Style picks up the first blood.
That early double damage means that Skyroth Mage doesn't go for Arcane Bolt. He goes for the concussive shot instead, which is, well, if you're going to be going for these early kills, you definitely want to have that concussive shot. And of course, getting that kill, splitting the experience with the Ember Spirit is going to put them both at level 2. I don't know if the Skyroth Mage is going to continue to sit here after seeing the fact that Troll Warlord is here. Troll versus Ember Spirit, I can't say that I've actually ever seen this lane matchup, but I would imagine it's early stage slightly even, with Troll getting a little bit more advantage later on.
I mean, I just think Troll, if he can actually right-click the Ember Spirit is going to take a lot of damage because he starts with actually pretty bad armor, but he was expecting that to probably happen and started with a poor man's shield actually, so even the harass from the Troll might not be as significant, especially considering E-Skills. He actually has a level advantage now over RMN and Steph Style, so far at least, just hanging around mid lane, throwing out a few arcane balls. So maybe he will actually stay here and just have faith in the ability that Ape Mother with Frigolith will have a decentish time at the top lane still.
E-Skill is going to try to go for another kill onto RMN. He does land the chains and another right click, and Troll Warlord, he was baited in because Skywrath Mage was looking very, very tasty, but unfortunately the concussive shot does still slow by quite a bit. Troll is going to die for a second time on that mid lane, and well, it's looking very good for Team Coast mid lane. I was going to say that Steph Style not being on the top lane is going to severely weaken it. Goomba should have lane dominance up on top in a 3v2 lane like this, but it's totally okay because Skywrath Mage is getting kills elsewhere, so they're gonna take the momentary loss, but eventually they will recover.
Yeah, and suddenly now if Steph Style just reaches up in the base and goes to the top lane, actually he has boots of speed now as well, thanks to just being a part of 2 kills, even getting one for himself. Has a TP, so he can go to any lane, and being level 3 this early, especially if you're going up against a tri-lane who are only level 2, actually Earthshaker just 1, they will get such a huge XP advantage if they just continue it like this, unless Goomba, they do exactly what they did now once, just pulling this camp to the side. But all in all, Steph Style, man, he wants to be so aggressive.
Yeah, I love what Steph Style is doing, not because it's the best thing to do, but because it's the most unexpected thing to do. He's going to get a concussive shot, plus that seal onto Chill, to slowly work this Doombringer down. He doesn't even pop the Scorched Earth, now he pops the Scorched Earth. A little bit too little, a little bit too late, and Skywrath Mage now 2-0-1. Honestly, you never ever expect a solo roaming Skywrath Mage. Maybe you expect him with a Shadow Shaman, but not him by himself. That's just so weird.
Yeah, and to be honest, the biggest thing about this is that he's been coming in from the bottom side of the river every single time. Whereas Goomba, they placed an Observer Ward near their own Ancients. So they have no idea it's tested. He wants to go again. Armen is gonna get slowed down. Ancient Seal is there as well. They get the Searing Chains. This might be a kill, although Pass comes in with a nice Fisher. So Armen will stay alive at least this time.
I didn't quite catch it, but I'm pretty sure Skywrath Mage might have fired off a concussive shot and missed. Like, he must have lost vision or something. Like, I don't know how it missed, or maybe it hit the Earthshaker, but regardless, a little bit less damage going the way of the Troll.
But ED in huge trouble, runs into Steph Style, the slow is there, but actually ED wants to go for the turnaround, never mind Soul, and comes in to help, shackles up, and 4-0, 3.5 minutes in.
This is very similar to what we saw last game. I mean, you have a team that wants to be pushing, but they're constantly getting slowed down, and they can't actually get that push going. Pugna is only level 3. You really need at least a level 5 Pugna before you feel comfortable going for these pushes. But Coast, off of this roaming Steph-style Skywrath Mage, they're just applying so much pressure.
He's gonna go for Pass, gets the Searing Chains as well, the Fisher comes out, but I'm not too sure if it's even gonna be enough. Flame Guard just gonna burn through Pass, and he's level 6 already compared to almost a level 4 Troll.
That's a level 6 hero. I don't care what hero you are. If you're level 6 4 minutes into the game, then you're going to be running a train over the enemy side. And Ember Spirit is no exception. I would say he's probably one of the heroes that benefits the most from this early level 6. It keeps him so safe with that Fire Remnant, and also gives him a way to get in. So jumping in with a triple Fire Remnant into Searing Chains, and the Troll Warlord, who's only level 4, is at that point all but dead. And speaking of, we might see it. E-Skills, no, just taking a bath in the tower just because that's what he does. Haste Rune, providing him that safety. But this Ember Spirit is going to be an absolute juggernaut later on, and I don't know if Goomba have what it takes. They have to get some recovery time in order to level up their Pugna so that they can eventually go for this pushing, but that's not going to happen as Steph Style going to once again make his rotation up towards top lane. Paz is there to interrupt him, but already the damage is going to be stolen from Pugna. The fissure, though, beautifully done from Paz, keeping his Pugna safe, but they're not getting any wins on these around this map, and now E-Skill's going to go once again for mid lane RMN. This is just so gruesome to watch.
You mean it's like the Troll Warlord, he even can come back into lane without literally dying. But Solan, he actually gets doomed up in the bottom lane, probably gonna get taken out as well. Already was slowed down, they have the Frostbite as well if they need it. They do put it to good use, and Frigolite just TP's in for more or less nothing, but will soak up some HP. Actually might be even in trouble. He's gonna go down chill. Scorched Earth ends, so the attack movement speed ends as well, but Orb of Venom, one more right click, Frigolite, bye bye.
I don't really know what the plan was there, Shadow Shaman, but Goomba get a very nice 2-kill on the bottom lane at the expense of only their first ultimate of Doom, but I still want to keep my eyes always on this Ember Spirit because he could go for solo kills at any time. Also, Steph Style level 4, he's getting quite a bit of experience as well. Unfortunately for Coast, the bottom lane is an area where they were eventually going to lose someone. Like when you're up against Doom, that's pretty much inevitable, and they did lose one, but then they decided to feed a second hero in. So not going the best for Coast, but still they're in very firm control of this game. Having a 4-kill advantage 6 minutes in is pretty huge. Yeah,
it's pretty damn strong indeed. And Steph Style, he's just continuously hunting for something. even if he doesn't get the kills, at least he's just not afraid to attempt it. I mean, he's 2-0-2 after all at the moment. But now, Ember Spirit has picked himself up an invis if it's actually necessary, and might try to go for the Troll Warlord again, to be honest.
Just being in the lane, and RMN has to play so much more carefully. Fortunately for RMN, he's not a purely melee hero. Like, he does have that luxury of switching, so he will be able to last hit somewhat, but still he's got to worry because, well, actually ED also has to worry. There are Treants spotting all of this out, but Frigolite is still hidden to the Goomba side, so if ED gets a little bit too greedy, then she can get caught, and she's walking right into the Shadow Shaman. This could be dangerous. Frigolite is there with the Shackle, slowly right-clicking down. Wrath of Nature was thrown. Wait for it. Zap. There it is. Nature Prophet will get the kill, and now Chill instantly hexed out. Doesn't have enough mana for a Doom, but he's trapped in with Frigolite. Oh, Solon, what are you doing? Well, can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs, I guess. In the meantime, top lane, they do get another kill on Pugna.
I mean, just Pugna going down is always going to be nice, and they went for an aggressive trial, and yet Pugna is 19-6 at the moment. I mean, yes, they were able to hinder Ape Mother's farm a little bit as well, who is 27-13. But if you go for an aggressive tri lane, you just want so much more ND skills now. He wants to set up something on RMN. Stepstyle is there. He's not quite in range for the concussive shot at the moment. RMN, he's actually pronounced or called Roman, or Roman, I don't know. But Stepstyle, he gets the slow. Ember Spirit is going to come in with the Remnant, and it's easy kill. Even Solon comes in to help.
Alright, I don't know if I'm going to remember to call him Roman, but I will certainly try. Prophet was like, fuck you, Shaman. Yeah, Prophet not playing friendly, but also there's a kind of cool interaction going on here with Ancient Seal and Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit at this stage has gone for a pure magical build, like his Fire Remnants, his Flame Guard, and his Searing Chains all will get amplified by, although only level 1 skill, is still going to be doing so much more damage. So Ember Spirit getting more value out of his magic damage now means that he can get more value out of his physical damage later because he's getting more of these items. They now will go for a tier 1 tower and secure it. They're going to take a tier 1 tower down before they team with a Pugna. That's pretty big for Team Coast.
Yeah, and actually, Pugna, they wanted to go for a push of their own, but just not happening. It's not going to be fast enough at the moment, and Coast 9-3, they're just in absolute control of the game. Goldcraft, actually just above 3k in their favor, XP 2000 as well, and Stepstyle and E-skills, they want to go for RMN again, oh man. But Paz is around with ED, so they will not go as aggressive at the moment. But Coast, they just have all the cards just laid out to them, and they can do whatever they want.
Ape Mother has unfortunately dropped the top tier 1 tower to below deny range, so I'm sure Goomba will take that one down. They should try to deny it, or they'll just leave it up. That's fine too, I suppose. Now there we go. Roman going to start demolishing that one. So it is going to be a tower denied. It's a little bit of a win for Goomba, something that they much desperately needed, but they still have to worry about this Ember Spirit because he's level 9. He doesn't have the most gold. He's behind the Doom, and he's going for a Bracer. I don't know if I would have liked to see drums. I think with this fast start, maybe just going for a Battle Through would have been great, but he does see Cube, Searing Chains, plus a Cuss Shot, and Pugna is just so screwed. Nature's Prophet gets the last hit there. Do they have Serpent Wards? Yes, they do. This tier 1 tower is going to go down.
I think they actually might even lead the Serpent Wars at the moment for the tier 2 and just completely go berserk. I mean, E-skills, he's completely full mana, has a full bottle on top of it. I mean, why just not continue? It's not like Goomba Gaming have too much to just put in return.
Yeah, they could try to go for a top lane push, but without their Pugna, they're not going to bring this tower down quickly, because Razor, the Plasma Field, will pretty much demolish Creep Wave, and now with Ember Spirit coming, there is no more pushing from the Goomba side that they could do up top, and they still have to worry about bottom lane. The Wrath of Nature will be thrown as they do initiate up on top. Chill is going to have his damage drained out, but Roman, already very, very weak. E-skills, though, has been doomed up, so this Ember Spirit might end up dropping and losing his streak. Let's see if the deny will happen. Another Concuss Shot onto Chill. They will bring down this Doom, and E-skills will just barely live at 40 HP. Secures his drums. Nothing but wins for the Team Coast side, however. Well, Shadow Shaman, there's one loss down in the bottom lane as they do get one kill the Goomba side, but at the expense of 2, it's not really worth it.
Yeah, it's just epic winning for Coast. Nothing else to say. I mean, 12-4, 11 minutes in. I guess it could have been, or in theory could be a little bit better, just giving 0 in return, but they'll definitely take what they have been offered so far. And really the only one properly farming on the Goomba side is the Doombringer, and of course, with a Hand of Midas and the Devour, you cannot not have a proper net worth on the Doombringer.
Yeah, that just won't make sense. That means the laws of Dota are breaking, but still, all the tier 1s are down for Coast. Though they do have the Serpent Wards and the Treants, you wouldn't expect them to have a tower advantage against a Pugna. Like, that just doesn't happen. Pugna hasn't actually pushed down anything yet. Like, all these towers are still relatively healthy, like above 500 HP on all of them. And E-Skills, he does see a couple targets with this Observer Ward. I don't know if he knows where Chill's going, but it looks like they're just going to go for Roshan instead. They got the Serpent Ward still. They saved them from that previous bottom push. They're going to deploy everything they have, and this Roshan is going to drop. Most likely it's going to be Aegis onto the Ember Spirit. That's going to give him his level 10 as well. Oh, this is looking really scary for Goomba.
Yeah, and actually, E-Skills even sharing a few bottle charges with Solan as well. I mean, it's a small thing, but just to make sure that if by some chance Goomba is going to come in to try to fight this, they are just almost full HP and are ready for it. But easy Aegis for E-Skills, so now even if he goes balls deep in and gets doomed, he can just come back to life with full HP and just continue cutting through everybody.
Yeah, I think at this point, that's probably what Coats are going to want to do. Have Ember Spirit take the Doom, and then have him die. Goomba are going to probably want to Doom Ember Spirit, because if they don't, they'll just get wrecked by him. But they want to Doom him and then ignore him while they kill the rest of his team. It's a really hard kind of series of events to have happen, but it's probably the best thing that they could hope for right now, as Wrigley and Steph Style, they're both smoked up. And they might run into Chill. If they get a Hex Shackle into a Mystic Flare, that's a dead hero no matter who you are. They're looking at the mid lane, now they're looking at bottom. Doom is revealed, and he's going to look for Solon. He does have a Doom ultimate available. Going to launch it immediately. Teleportation coming in. Solon trying for Jukes is going to utterly fail as Chill just lays the beat down, but steps out with a gust shot, does land the silence, and now the Hex onto Chill. He's going to get demolished by the Mystic Flare. No, just right clicks, I guess. Well, it's another kill for E-Skills, and mid lane hasn't pushed in the meantime, but still, it's pretty healthy. As Steps Out does teleport right into everything, not where we want to teleport into, Skywrath Mage. Oh, bad ideas.
That TP was just absolute suicide by the Skywrath Mage. It to me for a second felt like he used the Mystic Flare into Nether Ward, which was not even the case, but just the creep into Nether Blast. Definitely plenty of damage with E-Skills now with the double damage rune. Taking something out of the tier 2 tower. Mass Serpent was actually already off cooldown again, so they might even get a tower here.
Yeah, that'll be a tier 2 tower for a tier 1 tower, so once again, Coast getting nothing but wins. With the Nature's Prop coming in, it's most definitely going to be that tower secured, and although Troll Warlord can eventually push pretty decently once he gets a little bit more damage up, get some fervor, and use Battle Trance, at this stage, Troll Warlord is not really an inspiring hero. He's 0-5-0, he has Wraithband Vit Booster. I think that might just be casual Vit Booster.
I hope to God that it's a casual Vit Booster. If he's going for a Vanguard at the moment, it's just like, call GG.
Yeah, because purely defensive Troll Warlord means that your team is, although already short on damage, is going to be, well, even more short on damage, because Troll needs to be doing something. They have a good amount of magic damage burst right now. They're just not lining it up correctly. Like, the Crystal Maiden hasn't roamed onto anyone, nor has the Earthshaker. Right now, Team Coast have called every single shot, and they've gotten away with it.
Well, at least the Doombringer will have his mech now, so can just provide some burst healing for Goomba as well, if they should even look for a fight at some point at all. Earthshaker also level 7, so not that bad. Crystal Maiden being level 8 has 1 point into the ultimate, and actually 1.6k in the bank. And do you think this Crystal Maiden is just holding on or saving money for a blink, or?
Yeah, if she's saving money for anything, then it's definitely got to be that Blink Dagger. Jumping forward for a Frostbite, it's no Blink Hex, but it's really the best that Goomba can hope for, maybe after a Fissure to open things up. So they will have that eventually, I think. Like, this game doesn't look like it'll end in the next 5-10 minutes, so she should have enough gold for that. But right now, Coast, they're pushing down top lane. They have a Troll behind them. I don't really think that's entirely relevant. Solon's obviously going to be doing some slip pushing. E-Skills is kind of far away from this fight, and I don't know if Coast should be doing this without their Ember.
Well, I mean, I guess maybe, just maybe the Troll can actually come and surprise them. They did have this Observer to spot out Frigolite coming, but the timing would have to be just impeccable. Although Edie, he's coming in as well. And oh man, Troll, he's gonna get caught by 3 heroes. The Plasma Field comes out. There's the Silence, Hex as well, and easy kill.
Red Coaster like so weirded out that there's a troll behind them that entire time. Edie's also going to show his face, but he should be just fine as he does smoke away. But now they're going to turn their sight onto Cube as well as Chill. Instantly, the Nether Ward is down, and Vision from Pos is going to get interrupted. He tries to teleport out. Not going to happen. Razor damage is going to kill him off, and here comes E-Skills from the back end. The Flame Guard going to burn down Cube slowly but surely as Chill's calling the Sprout. This is going to be almost a complete team wipe. Only the smoked out Crystal Maiden is going to survive. But Coast extending their lead 6-17. They have Serpent Wards. I don't even think they're going to use it. They have Nature's Prophet summons in just a little while. They might look for either high ground or tier 2s here.
This game is just completely snowballed out of control already. And with the lineup, with the design that Goomba actually went for their lineup, it's just so hard to come back. It's not impossible for sure, since they do have a Pugna. If they like win a team fight, they can definitely get a couple of towers in return. But I'm just a little bit skeptical whether they will get to that point, since everybody on Coast is just so extremely farmed at this point. I mean, Frigolith, he has a Blink Dagger now as well already, with Arcane Boots on top of it.
It's going to be really difficult. Of course, they have the potential for a little bit of Wombo combo in the Crystal Maiden and the Earthshaker, big AoE ultimates, Pugna cleaning up. But I don't know. Against E-Skills, who has maxed out Flame Guard, plus still an Aegis. Granted, the Aegis is going to time out pretty shortly. The Coast side just have so much momentum, and they just have such a huge item advantage right now that I don't really see them losing any fights anytime soon. Goomba, they need to get a couple of pickoffs. They need to kill off this Ember Spirit, because if they do, first of all, they'll stymie the momentum from Coast for just a little while longer, but also they'll find themselves a nice little bounty, as he does have a 5-kill streak. So killing off him, killing off the Razor, who has a 3-kill streak. All of these things are things that Goomba needs to be doing, but so far, they just can't at the moment. They're going to go for a tower, which is good, I guess, but I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Yeah, the Plasma Field together with the Wrath of Nature just completely killed off the creep wave. I mean, Cube is coming in, going for a 4-staff actually, so not even rushing Necrobook or anything like that. And I'm just not well convinced that the Pugna's push alone. I mean, Troll Warlord is decent for pushing as well, but I just don't think it will be enough to even reach the towers with the Nature Prophet is constantly pushing out every lane with that early Maelstrom he got now. Even has an ultimate or plus another 2k, so might be just going for a Lincoln Sphere against the Doombringer, or maybe just rushing the sheep.
Or maybe just going for Manta style, just push even harder with that. And it's not an item that you see every day on Nature's Prophet, but it is an item that used to be picked up quite a lot more than it has been recently. But now once again we see Coast smoking up yet again, and they're going to be looking for whoever they get their hands on. Pretty much no matter who they catch is dead, I would say. And they have their eyes set towards the mid lane, where Doom and Pugna are both giving each other nice hugs, though Troll is right above them. There's a jump in, Hex onto Chill, and the Mystic Flare. Goodbye, Chill. It was nice knowing you.
Just flawless execution of it at the moment. They will kill the Nether Ward as well, so that won't really pester them for the time being. At tier 2, it's gonna go down for sure. I don't really see Goomba coming in. Mass Serpent Ward just in case to make sure it goes down. So it's actually not going down as fast, and BKB will be delivered to Ape Mother as well. E-Skills, I think he actually still doesn't have his Battle Fury, but he's really close to it.
Yeah, Battle Fury, it's not even like a huge impact item. It's just like another small jump in his power level. But he has all his base skills maxed out. So Ember Spirit is really happy with where he is right now. They're not going to have a creep wave, as Nether Blast plus Fissure completely demolishes that. But they could look to go in again. Ember Spirit doesn't have an Aegis. It did time out in the meantime, and Roshan, looks like it'll be quite a long time actually before we see him coming back. So Coast, they have this tier 2 tower in their sights, and though Goomba do have a little bit of clearing, I don't think it's going to be too comfortable of a defense for them, because, well, they have to worry about this Battle Fury from Ember Spirit, and never mind, it was a really short one. Yeah, it hasn't actually announced the time when I was looking at it, so another 20 seconds and Roshan will be up. So Coast, that's going to be their plan.
Well, if they get another Aegis, this Ember Spirit can just literally go in and kill everybody, or if not kill, just make them back off. And at the moment, Goomba, they are grouped up, and they just can't even split up at all to farm even their own jungle, because they're just gonna get picked off. Like, the entire map is there for Coast to farm up and just get kills on. And 20 minutes in, Nature's Prophet already has the sheep.
I want to say that the Skywrath Mage, the Ember Spirit, the Razor, and Nature's Prophet can all solo gank pretty much no matter whoever they want. Doom maybe is going to be durable enough to withstand that, but I mean, Nature's Prophet has a Hex. If he teleports in onto Roman right now on the top lane, he could very easily get that kill all by himself. And I'm not sure if the troll is lagging or what's going on. He's kind of running in place, but yeah, the Coast team, they're so far ahead right now. They have so much solo pickup potential, but Chill, Edie, and Cube, they're going to run into a trio of Coast heroes. This could be an ugly fight for them. Blink out, as you get the silence onto Chill, and then the chains and the Mystic Flare. Chill's going to dry up real quickly. He's going to get hexed just for good measure. Cube and Edie, they're going to try to teleport out. Cube is going to live, as will the Crystal Maiden. But still, losing the Doom so very quickly, and now the push in the bottom lane. Serpent Wards plus Treants. It's a lot of pushing power.
I mean, just easy push, and actually, oh, the synergies, no, they don't get it, and there's a 4-staff on Edie as well, so was saving up for a 4-staff, not a Blink Dagger. I guess mobility is just nice from both of those items, but do they have Mass Serpent Wards? Yes, they do. They are only level 1, though.
I don't really think it matters. Their creep wave is going to die mighty quick, so Coast actually have to make a... They have to start a fight if they want to push this down. Like, they can't afford to chip it. It just won't happen, as... Well, they're just going to clear everything up really quickly. They could back off and just very easily claim Roshan. I think that should be what they're going to look to do.
And just... They're going to get every single ward down as well. They will spot this Observer as well. Oh, yes, they do. So with the gem picked up on Frigolite a couple of minutes ago, they will just completely get every ounce of map control as well. I mean, all the outer towers almost have gone down already. Mid tier 2, just barely alive with 140 HP. Soul and TP's in as well. Treants created to tank up the Roshan. And it's going to be Roshan number 2 for them. Age is most likely going for E-skills.
508 on this Ember Spirit. He has been involved in so many of the Coast kills, and well, everyone from Goomba, they're going to the top lane, so I don't think they can contest this Roshan, so they're not even going to try. I don't even know if they know about this. They probably do, seeing as though they kind of had the wards in between the Roshan pit and where Coast were. They were all cleared out, so they could put one and one together to form 2. But mid lane going to be the target. It is actually below deny range. They could have had that, which would have not done anything in the grand scheme of things, but hell, it's more gold for Coast. They're going to be happy with that.
They most certainly are, man. This Nature Prophet is just extremely stacked. Even has a Blink Dagger now. He has more than 600 gold per minute at the moment as well. Looking at the graphs, 15,000 gold lead, 12,000 XP for Coast. It feels like it might be just a point of no return at the moment for Goomba. They're having 2 lanes getting pushed in at the same time. Mass Serpent Wars level 2 now, 6 seconds on cooldown now and then.
Yeah, so they have to worry about mid lane with those Mass Serpent Wards, and then bottom lane also is being pressured out by this Nature Prophet. They did take the top tier 2 in the end, but it's just a very narrow victory. I don't even think Coast care about that, as now they're going to look to initiate, get Searing Chains and the Mystic Flare. Hugna blows up, as does the Crystal Maiden. Fissure onto 3, not good enough. Serpent Wards still firing, but they're going to look for another go, as they do get another Searing Chain onto RMN. There's another 30 seconds before the Mystic Flare is there, but once again, Solon down to the bottom. He's going to keep this lane pushed out as much as he can, while the rest of his team do the same thing to the mid lane. Goomba, it seems like they're just playing with, only one hero at this point in time, because Coast, they just have them so very outnumbered. Solon's going to get doomed up, but that's not really going to lead to anything. He could use his TP scroll to get back to the base, and then use his teleportation skill to jump right back in, or just go for a kill on Chill, who's still running away. He can do that too.
Yeah, I mean, Ember Spirit had a double damage rune, so the damage output is pretty damn sick. I mean, still has half the duration on it. And in the meantime, Solan is just TPs to the top lane, will push out that lane a little bit, give some momentum to it, and just in 12 seconds time, he can join the push once again. And Goomba, they're holding on, but just barely.
Alright, E-skills. He's gonna have the double damage rune dispel, but Cube can get blown up. Steph Style taking a lot of damage because we mentioned before, Nether Ward is really good against Scarith Mage. When Scarith Mage does have that booster, he will have enough EHP to keep himself alive. So losing a lot of your HP in exchange for a repugnant kill, totally worth it if you're the Skyrath Mage, mostly for poetic reasons. But yeah, they're still going down that bottom lane, while 8 Mother still pushing mid. Solan's gonna start pushing top, and Goomba, their forces are gonna be spread so damn thin.
Yeah, and E-skills, he has himself a Crystallis now, plus another 1.7k gold in the bank as well. Razor, he has a BKB, does he have anything else at the moment? Almost they finished up. Aghanim Scepter just needs to point booster, but Chill, just look at the damage output. Frigolite wanted to get close enough for a Hex, but couldn't quite get it. Now the Fissure to block off everybody, but didn't really trap anybody either at the same time. No Urn charges though for Steph Style anymore.
That's gonna be a little bit annoying for him, but I'm sure that there will be some more kills soon enough. He'll be able to find some souls to put in his little pot. They're going to go for the bottom lane and top lane and mid lane. And with Roman and Chill both up top, they're going to once again drop Serpent Wards. Quigley will get bursted down due to Fissure, but Cube Force Staff towards the Serpent Wards. No, Force Staff once again away. The Serpent Wards focusing the wrong target there. However, that's going to be fine. It's only a Shadow Shaman. They're going to bring down the tower, and now the melee Raxes with the Mystic Flare onto Roman, blowing him up. Steph style with the damage output. Doesn't have to fear another ward. And, well, mid-Rax is slowly chipped, and there's a huge crit from one sleight of fist. Cube will just die to that. Oh my god.
This is nasty to watch. Just a poke from Coast. I mean, they've killed so many targets now with just sleight of fist, Searing Chains, Mystic Flare, but Searing Chains connect onto again Ape Mother. He pops the BKB, ultimate activated Chillman. He got the Doom on Ape Mother, but Ape Mother just doesn't care at all. He's tanking it all up and down. I mean, he does no damage at all. Literally, Ape Mother, he just tickled.
Yeah, he just unleashed everything he had versus the Razor. Razor didn't even attack him. It was just Eye the Storm. Eye the Storm versus Troll.
Just look at the Troll items. 4 staff, casual vitality booster. I mean, it's just not happening. They might get the kill on Solo to level def, Echo Slam spent, so they get 1 kill. Woo!
Troll knows that he's playing Troll, right? Because I would expect this item build from the Pugna. That would make sense, but this is not a Troll build. He's 0-8-0. He's 100% useless in this game.
It's sad to admit it, but it's true at the moment. And oh, Chill, he goes in, Warstorm top, but gets slowed down by the Road of Athos, finished by Steph style. And will we see a fight Edie? He comes in, the Fissure is there as well. He's going for the freezing field, but Ape Mother gonna just run it out after pops the mech, and they'll be fine.
Edie is getting a Force Staff in there. They've already taken down 1 lane of Raxes, and that in and of itself is enough to spell doom for the Goomba side. But they're going to go for more. Koss is going to get shackled up to the floor, and now Eastfield is getting a godlike streak. Ape Mother popping the BKB right in the front lines will steal all the damage from Arman, so he's actually doing negative damage. Cube will try to kill off Staff style. That's not going to happen. Goomba, they are 100% utterly out of this game. There is no more hope for them.
Yeah, there really is no comeback. Edie gonna get Searing Chains up as well, and E-skills, just exceptional Ember plays overall. I don't think he has like missed one slight Searing Chains combination.
Yeah, you could give a lot of credit to this Ember Spirit, but at the end of the day, I gotta think it's Steph style who really made this win happen from Coast. The early roam from the Skywrath Mage gave so much momentum towards all the lanes, the bottom and mid especially, and that just paved the road for this hugely dominated game.
Yeah, just anytime you can get off to such a start and completely render your enemy mid laner useless, and it definitely just set the tone of the game. But guys, this was just 1-2 game series Coast. They're gonna go up against Screen Squad now unless something has changed due to the delays thanks to the game number 1 going on for so long. So Screen Squad versus Coast Gaming is gonna come up in a couple of minutes, probably 5-10 minutes max, I think. So don't go anywhere if you want to see more Coast, and they're just on a roll at the moment in Join Dota League. And of course, huge thanks to Mike Loris for casting with me as well. And where can people find you?
Well, I'll be on Twitch and Twitter on Mike Loris. Also, guys, be sure to follow the HeflaTV Twitch and Twitch, Twitter. I mean, you're probably on the Twitch, so hit that follow button. Even hit that sub button if you're feeling generous. Twitter, Facebook, it's all HeflaTV, and all the VODs will be on youtube.com/HeflaMoke. I think that should be it, so we'll see you guys in the next game.
Yes, we will. So GG guys, stay tuned.
GG.